Hey everybody, Reef Girl here, and welcome to the first episode of my weekly Reef wrap-up. I found I just didn't have enough time to continue with the daily dose. So here we go. To start with, my lights are programmed. The Frag Atlantic gateway was extremely easy to use, set up, and get all connected to Wi-Fi. Once I actually have a tank in here, I'll be able to figure out what the settings should be. And downstairs by the sump, I noticed something really interesting and kind of cool. That is light coming downstairs from the fish room. That's the gap that the plumbing is going to go through if I ever get a tank. Yeah, what do you think? Have I got myself a bounce button scully here? This thing is crazy. Here's a time lapse of a feeding response. I dropped some flakes in here, and this thing is always really responsive when there's food in the water. I am so looking forward to getting all of my corals out of these two large tubs and into a real aquarium. Then I can look at them properly. And consistent with my experience, the green machine has cleared this tank up in probably 36 hours. The tester corals look good. Don't see any problems there. This one looks good. Not seeing anything to worry about. And in fact, it's hard to see from this angle. You can actually see the green eyes in the base of that thing. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's time to start moving some coral in here. Okay, I added a few more corals in here. This is Buster. Yeah, he's in very rough shape and was in decline, and I thought I have nothing to lose by putting him in here and seeing whether I can do something about this. Then there's this guy. This was in the observation tank, and the polyps came right out as soon as I put it in here, so that's good. And then this hammer. This was right beside the fox coral in the 100-gallon, and one whole side of it has been attacked and probably killed, as far as I can tell, by the fox coral. Looks like there might be a few polyps left in there, but it was closed right up, and when I put it in here, it opened. Couple candy canes that were really suffering, and this toadstool. So that's what's in there right now. I'm encouraged to put more in because what's here seems to be doing well. I noticed my supply of filter pads for both the observation tank and for the sump system was running low, so I took some time and made a good supply of replacements. This should last a while. Yeah, a moment of panic when I came down here and saw that I forgot to put the lid on last night. So of course the first check is a roll call. Is everybody in here? There's the Royal Grandma, clownfish. Oh, there's the tang. There they are, the two tangs, the purple and the sailfin. Oh man, thank goodness. Oh, and you might notice the frag rack. She's pretty empty. The rest of these are going to get moved in a few minutes. And in the meantime, let's take a look at this. The frag tank. The only one that's really having a tough time is this one right here. But we still got polyps out on that. The Anacropora has got white in a couple spots. And we've got these guys. So you can see that it looks like the transition is successful. They seem to be adapting well as far as polyp extension. My bubblegum digitata frags. This one, that part that you see there where it's all gray was not in any light at all. And so I oriented it the same way. I don't know. Could be something going on with it. We'll have to wait and see. So, you know, mixed success, but we'll wait and see what happens over the coming days. I have nothing to lose by moving them here because they were declining in the other tank. plus the fish needs space. But look at my purple candy cane. And this one's coming back. It was pretty bad when I pulled it out of the 100-gallon. My toadstool, it's adapting. There's a lot more flow here. Going down to the bottom, the hammer, I think I might lose this hammer. I have dipped it, but I don't know. Then we've got the maize brain, and it is looking great. You can see the green in the valleys. The tissue's actually fluffy, which is awesome. Even Buster is looking better. I've been putting Restore in here every other day. And then over here we've got the Starburst Montipora. I may have to move it because I don't think there's enough flow in that spot. So we'll see. So overall, I'm super happy. I went ahead and started moving things into the Frag tank. I'm going to be setting up an ATO for it, and we'll see how things go from there. Notice anything different? Yeah, the Frag rack is gone. Everything's moved over. Now the fish have a lot more room to swim. This is the latest coral I put in here to get cleaned up, and check it out. It was loaded with algae. Looks a lot better. I need to clean this glass because, you know, it's dirty. Then I'll be able to do a little rearranging of the corals in here so that they're better positioned to get some light. Like for example, the Olophilia at the back, it likes that spot, I think. It looks pretty good. I don't know, maybe I won't move it. Just leave it there because it seems to be doing really well. And this Yuma, this is the one that's doing the two-mouth longitudinal fission. So I want to make sure I take good care of that one. Looking forward to the next phase of this, which is to clean it up and give the fish a much nicer environment. This little guy doesn't have much color. It looks like it's struggling, but check out the polyp extension. And here's another bird's nest. And that's where I put the Astreopora. They're all kind of jammed together. I'll be addressing that later today with a different frag rack so I can give everything some space. And then over here is the other bird's nest. This is the blue zinger or whatever it's called. And this one I'll also put on another frag rack. So far so good. And this came today. I've been waiting for this for quite a while. And reading the cautions on the outside of the box, the reagents are extremely dangerous. So I will wear gloves with this one and make sure I've got safety glasses when I'm dealing with this powder. I don't know what the texture of the powder's like, but I'm not taking any chances for the first test that I do. We'll see what it's like, but apparently it's pretty bad. Let's just see. Yeah, there's actually this warning on the outside of the box. So we're going to be careful with this one. And this happened. I'll have a video out in a couple of days to show you what we had to do to get these in here, but they're in here. So those are the highlights for this week, and I'll leave you with a sneak peek of what this is going to look like. You have to imagine a tank in there. Who knows, I might have one day. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you next week.